Hello, how's it going? Welcome to twitch.tv. Well, I'm just gonna get out in front of it. It's not gonna be a fun one today. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I'm upset over the state of the world and the direction that it's heading. So, you know what? Today is not fun. Today is a angry day. I don't even know. Disheartened, disappointed, devastated. And you want to know why? You want to know why I'm so fucking mad? Look at this. Hold on. They changed what the Nesquik rabbit looks like. Now he looks like this. I can't live in this world anymore. This sucks, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I can get over it. It's so fucking disappointing to see a classic, beloved breakfast icon like the classic Nesquik bunny get changed in any way. And I think they should stay the same as when I was 12. All right. It's disgusting. Look at this guy. Who wants to drink a drink when this stupid motherfucker is the one trying to sell it to you? He's so he's perfectly smooth and rounded. He's got a disgusting human-like hand, but with only 4 fingers. He's wearing pants and shoes. Everybody knows that mascot cartoon animals are not supposed to wear pants. They can wear a shirt sometimes, but they can't wear pants. They're not supposed to. It's unnatural. All right? Also, they're banning porn from the internet, but I think the Nesquik rabbit is maybe a more important thing to talk about than the slow erosion of freedoms brought about by the rising tide of Christo-fascism. You know, I can't think of anything else more important than the Nesquik rabbit and how they might have changed it. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm mad about fucking porn. I'm mad about it. I'm upset. And the fucked up thing is, I don't even buy porn games. But I don't see how this is anything other than just a continual degradation of human freedoms. It's I don't know. I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here. I don't need to soapbox. It's not helping anybody to soapbox, but in case you didn't know, I talked about the Steam thing the other day, whenever that happened, and I think either last night or the night before last at some ungodly hour in the morning, itch.io just unlists every single not safe for work game on their platform, disables the selling of them, and is withholding... Okay, wait, it's multiple things, right? it disabled selling of them. It removed them if they were in your library, and they are withholding funds from the creators. So, like, it's bad. Like, it's not just one thing. It's like this, and like, it's so frustrating because it's like, I don't know what I expect itch to do, but they certainly have, like, propped themselves up as, you know, the, hey, like, this is our business model, like, we are going to offer a service in that we will allow this content. And then they just completely buckle under the first amount of scrutiny without even, like, warning. With no warning at all. They didn't tell anybody. They didn't even say, like, hey, we're having trouble. We're going to have to delist these. They delisted everything first. And then whenever everybody was like, what the fuck? What happened to, like, 60% of the games on this website? They said, oops, our bad. Yeah, we had to take those down. We don't know. We're working on it. And it's like, dude, like, I'm disappointed. Obviously, I'm disappointed in Visa and MasterCard and whatever. Like, yeah, I'm mad at them, but I'm also mad at itch themselves, where it's like, just everything just buckles. Like, it's not even, you're not, like, we don't even get a warning. There's not even, like, hey, like, that. It's just, they completely threw the people who literally make their business work under the bus. They threw the game developers under the bus. Like, and I don't know, I don't have an insight into what itch.io's, you know, I don't know what their financials are like, but I'm going to assume that the adult content on their website was probably a, you know, non-trivial amount of income for them as a website. So the fact that they were just like, yeah, whatever, fuck it, and then just like, I don't know. It's so frustrating. It's just, it really just is just a ratcheting back of freedoms, and just, it's so annoying. Honestly, it is just annoying. I made a fucking Blue Sky post about it earlier, which, as we all know, making a post on the internet is the ultimate form of praxis and fixes everything, right? But it's just so frustrating where it feels like any little bit of progressivism has to be fought over decades, tooth and nail, against all odds, and then maybe you might just get a little scrap of something good. And then all you need to do to make things worse is just, like, complain to Visa. You just have to say, like, yeah, hey, I don't like this thing. You should stop paying. And they say, you know what? You're right. Sure. And it's like fucking years of progress undone in a single evening. It's just, it's so frustrating, and it just really feels like, what can you do? Like, I don't even know. I'm not like, I'm just here to complain. I'm not here to offer solutions even. I'm just here to like throw my hands up and just be like, I don't fucking know what to do either, man. I like, hey, if you got any great ideas, I'm all ears, because I just don't know what, like, I don't know. Like, we have built the backbone of modern society, of modern, like, capitalism society runs through these corporations which have no oversight. Like, it's just like, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know. What if MasterCard just decides, like, we don't want to sell cake anymore? And it's just like, what do you do? Like, at a certain point, these functions of society are so ingrained that they're like, they should be a public utility. Because we can't trust corporations to act on humanity's best interests. Like, they must be forced, you know? I don't know. It's so annoying. It's so annoying, and it's so transparent to anybody with 4 brain cells to rub together that it's like, it's this, like, this moralizing, grandstanding, pearl-clutching bullshit that's just so obnoxious, where it's just, you create an unassailable platform of just saying, like, well, we're just trying to make the world safer for everybody. And it's just inundated with this disgusting pearl clutching that just, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's so frustrating. I don't know. And, like, okay, I don't know. The thing, something that I keep wrapping back around to as well is, like, this would be an excellent, legitimate use case for something like a decentralized currency. But they ruined that too. They, like, it's like they preempted it and made crypto into a farce in order to, like, stymie its use as anything legitimately anti-capitalist. It's like, it's so stupid. It is legitimately frustrating. It's like, this would be, oh man, what, they're shutting down all the payment processors for this stuff? Oh man, boy, sure would be nice if we had, like, some sort of way to exchange money between each other that didn't have to be going through a central repository, you know? Like, this is the use case, man. But the problem is that gambling addicts turned it into a fucking slot machine instead of using it as a decentralized currency like it was supposed to be. It's so annoying. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and use my cold open time just to bitch about the state of the world, but I don't know. I just woke up today and I saw that news and it just instantly put me in, like, a terrible mood. I'm just fucking upset. Legitimately just, I don't know. I'm just mad. I'm upset. I'm like, I don't know. This is my only praxis. Like, this is all I have. This is my, the 110 people watching this stream at this exact moment is the extent of my platform. So I feel like if I don't say something here, then this is like my only outlet other than bitching to my husband, who, you know, bless his heart. I don't, you know, I'm sure he feels the same way, but what can you do when it's just two dumb bitches looking at each other nodding like, you know? Like, that's not helping. Yeah, exactly. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said at the top, I don't even buy porn games. Like, I don't. You can do an audit of my fucking Steam account. I don't purchase pornographic video games. I'm just not, like, I just don't. I love porn games. I spend a lot of time looking at porn games, you know, just not playing them, you know. Like, I think they're very funny generally, but And, you know, I'm not like... I think that there, like, I don't know, sexuality is just a part of the human experience, and the increasing amount of, you know, it's not even, it's like an increasing amount of legislation, but then also just like unlegislation. I don't even know what to call it. It's like, there was no law. They didn't outlaw porn. They didn't say you are no longer legally allowed to sell this. 2 companies just decided we are no longer going to allow this, like completely free of any sort of checks and balances or any sort of legislative process, which, I mean, there's not a whole lot of faith in the American legislative process anymore, but at least it's better than a company just being able to decide, like, we're not going to do this anymore, you know? And another thing, because while I'm bitching, I'm just gonna keep bitching. Where are all of the fucking... Oh, they're censoring our games, motherfuckers, huh? Where are they? If they don't fucking line up and protest this shit, then... like, come on. Is this not the exact thing that they are always complaining about? Or does this one just doesn't count for some reason? Is this not just direct censorship? Right? You know? They never cared. Exactly. I mean, look. I'm exaggerating for effect here. And obviously they never cared. But like, I just don't like, everything in this world feels so two-faced. Like, I don't know. It's pointless to go back and retread the last, you know, 9 years of American history, but it really just feels like after 2016, we entered a split reality where people can just say one thing and do the exact opposite, and everybody just, like, I don't know. There's like, I think people realized collectively that there is essentially no punishment for lying. Like, it's like something clicked and people realized, like, oh wait, there is like absolutely no negative effect for me personally for just lying about anything. There's just, it's like there was like the semblance, the belief that like just lying and being hypocritical would come back to bite you eventually. But as we've proven time and time again, that's just not the reality we live in anymore. And not only that, but pointing out hypocrisy also doesn't do anything, because that pisses me off too. Like, I don't know, I can't have it either way, right? Because I'm tired of hypocrites, but at the same time, I'm tired of people on Blue Sky just posting like, oh, this sure is hypocritical, isn't it? And like expecting anything to get done. It's like, what can you do? Like, yeah, there are hypocrites everywhere, but like pointing them out doesn't do anything anymore. There's no, I don't even know what the word I'm searching for here is. It does nothing. Pointing out hypocrisy doesn't do anything. Everybody just realized you can just lie. You can just lie through your teeth, lie 24/7, lie about everything. It doesn't matter. There's no consequences anymore. You can just lie. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And yeah, it's kind of funny to see somebody on Twitter, you know, hit somebody with the "this you," but at the same time, that's not enough. There's no accountability whatsoever. It doesn't matter. Somebody can say one thing and do another, and it doesn't matter. It does not affect anything at all. Like, I don't know. It just feels more and more like we are just barreling towards a scam-based economy, like faster than ever. There's so little oversight, and I think everybody has just realized it. Everybody has just realized it, and it's just like, wait, oh, there's like no consequence for just being dishonest and untruthful and scamming people and grifting. It's a grift-based economy at this point. Everything is just comes down to trying to essentially, you know, swindle people. It's all just, it's swindling all the way down. All, like, how successful you are in life is just a matter of how good you are at separating people from their hard-earned money. There is no money in honesty anymore. People don't care. The word you're looking for is low trust society. Exactly. I think people are so willing to overlook dishonesty and overlook hypocrisy as long as they're hearing the exact things and being given the exact things that they want. It's everything is just a means to the end. Everything exists such that as long as the end goal is what you want personally, nothing else matters. That's why AI stuff has gotten so big. Yeah. I mean, I've brought it up before, but I can only laugh at the fact that the thing that's caused the biggest, like, societal collapse in recent memory is just a robot that always tells you you're right. Like, that we've invented a new slice of the hierarchy of needs. At the very bottom, a giant slab that just says a robot that tells you you're right all the time. It's literally driving people insane. And it turns out that this was like the one thread that we shouldn't have done. Like, this is the one invention that was like, ah, shit, yeah, you guys shouldn't have invented that. It's like a sci-fi story. It's like, ah, yeah, eventually every modern, you know, sentient civilization invents a robot that always tells them that they're right, and it leads to their inevitable demise, you know? It's fucked up. It's all fucked up. It's like I said, this isn't gonna be a fun one. This isn't gonna be a fun... I've spent the last half hour just complaining. At least I'm cognizant enough to know that complaining doesn't actually do anything. Nothing I'm doing here changes anything. Let's not get it twisted. I don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. I am just venting. That's it. I'm just mad. It's nice to be mad together. That's all we have at this point. Like, you just... It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, it's not like anyone here disagrees with you. Exactly. It's not like I'm changing hearts and minds here. It's not like I'm not even setting out to change anybody's opinion. I'm just saying my own opinion, you know? It's, yeah, I don't know. And it sucks, too, because it's like another problem that I feel is just the, you know, increased compartmentalization of society. I mean, you know, people used to talk about your online bubbles and stuff. That used to be such a buzzword back in the, I don't know, like late 2010s, maybe mid 2010s. But I think the problem is that when you don't curate your online experiences with the precision of like an X-Acto knife, like you can't... Like, I scrolled past a fucking paid post on Twitter that was just citing crime statistics. It's like, what are we fucking doing, man? Like, how are we banning porn and I can pay $12 to blast a racist credo to 10 million people on fucking twitter.com? It's insane. We're moving in opposite directions and both are bad somehow. It doesn't make any sense. Goodness gracious. Twitter is just a shithole all the time. Oh, I'm well aware. I'm well aware. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a low point. I mean, there's nothing else to say than we are currently living through a low point of not just American society, pretty much just human existence. Like, this is a local minima for sure. Obviously, there has been way worse stuff in the history of all of humanity, but we are in a divot in recent history, and I'm sure eventually things will get a little better. They always do over the long course of history. That's the only thing I can tell myself to keep myself sane. I just hope I live long enough to see it, you know? Things do get better over time, eventually, all right? But it's just right now, like, recently has been really fucking rough, you know? Nothing lasts forever. All empires crumble and fall. We're just seeing... We are in a transitionary period. I believe that in one way or another, society as it is now will not look the same in a decade. Whether that's for better or for worse, I can't predict that, and I would never attempt to, but I think we are certainly in a transitionary period. That's how it goes. Buy a gun. Look, I'm not gonna say one way or another. I'm not about to get my ass banned from twitch.tv. Yeah. It's like I said earlier. My famous catchphrase, it's like I said earlier. It just is so frustrating to feel like for any shred of progress to feel so fought for, only for it to be re-rolled and rolled back and destroyed with like with what appears on the outside to be no effort. And maybe that's just a perception issue. You'd like to believe, you'd almost like to believe that the other side isn't working as hard as you are to fight against you. But, you know. COVID is emblematic. Profit motive means SARS 2 couldn't be dealt with in any satisfactory way. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot that's, you know, it's fucked up in the world. I think there's a healthy amount of being exposed to the fucked up things in the world, and there's an unhealthy amount of being exposed to the fucked up thing in the world. And that line is gonna be different from person to person. I feel like I'm just about at my limit where we are approaching the unhealthy amount of concern, where it's like, okay, at a certain point, like, I'm starting to make myself neurotic, you know? You have to find, you have to ride that line so closely where it's just like, it's important to stay informed. It's important to not just close your eyes and expect everything to get better, but also falling into a hopelessly depressive state and spiraling into darkness isn't going to help anybody, you know? Like, it's tough. It's tough. I don't have a good grasp of it, for sure. It's really tough. Project of Mine is coming out on GOG, but this shit has the whole team paralyzed. I'm saying it again. I'm saying it again. The irony of this situation is that in the ideal, and I know that this is not reality, do not take these or look, hey, I'm here with you, comrades, but in the ideal capitalistic system, would this not be the time where a new product would locate the gap in the market and fill it, right? Like, that would be, that's the invisible hand of the market or whatever the fuck, right? Like, you see a gap and you fill it. That's how it's supposed to work. But that's not how the system is set up at all. And that's the irony. That's the angry, that's what causes the anger in me, is like, it's close to being a working system, but we've spent the last 200 years just making it worse and worse over time. I don't know. I'll tell you what, if anything, it's at least empowering me to be less embarrassed about being publicly horny, just because eventually that shit's gonna be outlawed. I gotta get that shit in while I can before they come bust down my door and put holes in me. Yeah, we got reports of a horny furry streaming on Twitch. Permission to neutralize target, sir. This guy has an adult social media account. Take him out. Get the snipers. Can't be. He's less than human. He doesn't deserve to live. Can somebody write like a dystopian fiction novel about a world where they've outlawed porn and it's like basically the same as those dystopian fiction novels where conservatives write it and it's like, this is what would have happened if Kamala Harris was elected president. This is what happens if we elect a president that has blue hair. Everything would go to shit. And on another level, about specifically the itch.io thing, I'll just say banning porn, I think, didn't really work out for Tumblr that well. I mean, they do still exist, I guess. But think about, like, the mind share that Tumblr has in comparison to other social media sites. Like, it certainly didn't help them, you know? I'm not saying the same thing would happen to Itch, but, you know, it's still on Tumblr. Okay, it's on Tumblr, but it's not like it's not on Tumblr, right? Like, you can still get your posts removed and stuff. Technically, I think it's the rules on Tumblr is that technically it's not supposed to be there, but Tumblr is run like a shit show, so they don't really moderate their own rules unless, like, somebody points it out to them, you know? So I think that's more of, like, that's... In a world where Tumblr runs at 100% efficiency given their own rules, I don't think there would be any adult content on Tumblr. I think they would remove all of it. Gonna be real, that's basically all I used itch.io for. I'm sure there is I mean, look, every time I looked at itch.io, which wasn't often, I'll admit, but I looked at it every once in a while to look for, like, 3D platformers and other indie games and stuff. Anytime I looked at the front page of that website, it was like, I think literally 100% it was PSX-inspired horror games and pornography. So... all I'm saying is that I think that all the not safe for work stuff makes up a non-trivial amount of their revenue, you know? Like, I have to imagine that if I am in charge of itch.io right now, I am, like, fucking sweating, you know? Like, this isn't good for them either. But... at a certain point, it sounds like they're basically being forced to cut their own feet off and then run a marathon. Like, you can't... like, I don't... you know... and the depressing part is that is basically exactly what the people that made this happen in the first point... that's what they want. They don't want to remove porn. I mean, they do want to remove porn, but they want the website itch.io to stop existing. Like, we are dealing with... unfortunately, we are dealing with these special interest groups that are very modern, and they have come up with modern... like... they're too savvy, right? Like, they knew where to poke. Like, they knew where the weak point was, and it turns out that there's just no recourse. Like, that's just what it is. I recently learned that itch doesn't take commission from the games unless you decide to give them a cut. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, I've said that so many times, but these... say what you will about capitalism, say what you will about capital in general, but we live in a reality where things like credit cards are essentially a privatized service, right? Like I'm sure there's a term for this that I'm just not smart enough to know, but in the same way that your water comes from the government, your credit card should come from the... like, there should not be no oversight. There should not be zero oversight. And it's not like I'm saying the current administration obviously would not make things any better, but I'm just saying, like, this is like a problem. This is a problem. It should not be privatized. Like, we live in a world where every fucking purchase, nearly every fucking purchase that you make nowadays is fucking online. And if it's not online, you're almost certainly not paying for it in cash. Like, when is the last time you paid for something in cash? We have designed modern society around credit cards and stuff, you know? And the fact that that means that we have put all of the power into the hands of these just third-party entities that are beholden to basically no one. There is no governmental oversight for companies anymore. That hasn't happened since the fucking trust busters. Get FDR out here, maybe dig him up, reanimate his corpse, make him do something about this shit. All right. I don't know. Do I have it out of my system now? It's been 45 minutes of 45 minutes of me just complaining. Just straight, just not even, I don't have anything written down. I just complaining. Everyone get weirder. At this point, I don't know what else to do other than just get weirder. That's like, if I have any praxis, that's the only one I have, is just like, all right, fuck it. Like, if you're gonna crank the dial in one direction, what choice do I have other than try and crank it in the other direction? That's probably a poor choice of words given the context, but you know what I mean. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't put myself into the shoes of somebody who gives a fuck about what anybody else chooses to touch their dick to. I just don't care. I got enough problems. I don't think about it. It doesn't enter my mind. It's not anything that I concern myself with. I don't think about it. It doesn't come up. And maybe part of that might be like, okay, I don't know. Look, we're taking a different direction here, and I don't want this to come off as incendiary or attacking anybody. And you already know this is going to be great if I have to get out ahead of it and preface it. But when you are around the furry community and you are in those spaces, there is a high probability, and I'll just say it, there is a high probability you're going to see something that you think is gross. Now, what that is, I won't say for you. Everybody's line in the sand is going to be different. But there is almost a 100% chance that at some point you are going to see something and you're going to be like, that is gross. I wish I did not see that. I'm going to forget that I saw that, right? So I get it. I understand the innate repulsion of seeing something, I would say specifically in a sexual context, that you don't like. It happens more often than you would think. I think specifically, I mean, look, if you are a straight guy and you are going onto Pornhub.com and looking up big cock blowjob compilation, I'm sure it's fine there. But if you at least venture slightly outside of the beaten path, just barely, you're going to run into stuff that's fucking weird. It's just the truth. And I think maybe being in those spaces sort of gives you the, it trains your brain to just see something that you don't like and say, I don't like this, so I'm going to ignore it. Like, I'm just not going to, whatever. It's fine that it's there. I don't like it, but I don't think it shouldn't exist. I just don't want to see it. And I feel like that is a idea that is missing from, that idea simply does not exist in the idea of conservatism, right? Like, they go full, like, if I don't like to see it, it shouldn't exist. Gotta be able to distinguish discomfort from harm. Exactly. Like, look. I don't know. What you're saying is everyone should be a furry? I mean, I'm not saying everybody should be anything, all right? Because, you know, there's nothing wrong with being, you know, there's nothing wrong with just like, what am I trying to say? There's, if the thing, I don't even, we're going off the fucking rails on this Thursday. If your biggest thing is like, I like oral sex, I think oral sex is the kinkiest thing that I could possibly enjoy in a sexual context. If that's you, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is whenever you extrapolate from there, and I think anything that is more out there than oral sex is morally wrong, and it's a failing on you as a person if you enjoy it. That's the problem, all right? Like, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with being vanilla. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, the majority of people are, otherwise it wouldn't be vanilla. It's like, that is, by definition, the majority of people, you know? Yeah, exactly. Kissing and holding hands. If that's the craziest thing you can think of, you know, then that's you. You can't help it. But you have to understand, and I'm preaching to the choir here. I'm sure everybody in chat has a fucking F-list profile the length of War and Peace, but you know, you have to understand that just because you also, just because you, I'm losing my words here. Hold on. Give me a second to recollect my thoughts here. In the same way that you cannot control thinking that anal is too out there for you, there are other people out there that are just like, I don't know, I like getting eaten sexually, or whatever your kink du jour is. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Plain woman. Yeah. Exactly, man. Epic cannibalism moments. Look, all right, it's a discussion that requires nuance that nobody is willing to give it the nuance it deserves. All right? I'm not saying every single kink that you can possibly come up with is okay either, all right? Like there's nuance here. Like, we can't, you know. But yeah, I don't know. There's not a right answer. That's just what it comes down to. There's just not a right answer. Who am I to say what somebody should or shouldn't be doing if they are doing it in private and there is unrefutable proof that nobody involved is being exploited or harmed? That's just what it is. And obviously I'm increasingly creating qualifiers, which is undermining my own argument here. So I should stop while I'm ahead. I should stop while I still have chat on my side. But, you know, it's like, I can't fathom it. I can't fathom caring. It's like, look, I'm into what I'm into, you're into what you're into, let's just agree to disagree sometimes and leave it at that. I won't care about what weird shit you're into if you won't care about what weird shit I'm into. As long as nobody's getting hurt and everybody's happy and we're not bringing more hate and suffering into the world, like, what more can you ask for, right? Anyway, I think that's it. I'm almost an hour in, and I haven't even opened up Bandle yet. So, my mom walked in when you said oral sex. It was pretty funny. Well, I mean, I wasn't like, you know, we can have an adult conversation. I'm not saying oral sex in an attempt to be titillating. That would be inappropriate. Not even just inappropriate for Twitch, but also inappropriate for me to expose the viewers of my Twitch stream to without prior consent. You know? You mean I shouldn't start talking about what I'm into in here? I would say probably not, because just you know, you wouldn't go into a crowded theater and yell vor, you know? That's just how it is. There's a time and a place. It's like I said, it's nuanced, right? There's a nuance to it. There's a nuance to it. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being horny. There isn't. But there's also a time and a place to be horny in public. And I think that is a nuance that there's nothing, nobody can teach you that. That's just, you just gotta read the room. There's just a vibe, right? Turning the horny dial, looking back at chat. Exactly. Did Hulk Hogan actually die? Hold on. Holy shit. Damn, 20 minutes ago, Hulk Hogan died. Well, you'll have to give me like a couple hours to come up with a joke for this. I was taken off guard by this. Anybody think it's weird that all these old guys are dying? What's up with that? It's so weird. Especially old guys that have taken a bunch of drugs. What's up with that? So strange. They come in threes, need one more. All right, put your bets in. Who's going to be the third old white guy that dies this week? Who's it going to be? Biden? Ooh, Biden's a good one. Could be Biden. Henry Kissinger again. They're bringing his ass back to life. Trump. I won't pretend like anything good will ever happen. I can't let myself believe it. Biden would be kind of funny though. Not gonna lie. Michael Jackson. I don't know about that one. Pulling the calendar back to reveal 2011. Actually, when did he die? It was earlier than that, right? It was like 2009 or something. I remember when Michael Jackson died, because I feel like that was like one of the first celebrity deaths that I had heard of the person that died, you know? Chuck Mangione just died. Ah, yes. Chuck Mangione, the American flugelhorn player, trumpeter, and composer. Did he actually die? It doesn't say here that he's dead. Never mind. It says that he died. I didn't see it because it didn't say it at the top of the page, and then I scrolled down and it said he died. So, never mind. I take it back. My bad. Rest in peace, Chuck. I didn't know who you were, but now I did know who you were, and it's sorry to see you go. Did you hear about what just happened to Chuck McGill? Yeah, I heard he hit his head really hard. I hope he's okay. Boy, we've just gone off in a completely... Wait, this is derailed. I got completely derailed from any ideas or any thoughts. My head has just emptied itself. I don't even remember what we were talking about. It's just... I feel like a blank slate all of a sudden. Alright. We want to finally do our dailies. It's almost 11. You're talking about your kinks and how great they are. I don't think I was saying that. Now, if this was 2009 or 2012 and I was on an image board, I would say, I would make a post that has like a picture of, I don't even know. What were people using back then? I guess it was still just like SpongeBob. And I would say, and it would be green text, and it would say, my kinks, and then it would have like 20 greater than signs, and then it would say your kinks on the other end of those greater than signs. That's what I would do if it was 2012. My kinks, hot, pure of heart, titillating. Your kinks, disgusting, morally reprehensible. I think, okay, I'm undermining my own arguments again. I should shut up. Yes. Their wretched fetishes are noble kinks. Yes, yes. The whole nomenclature surrounding sexual proclivity is very funny. Everything is just like a big old mash now, you know? Kink, fetish, they're whatever. They're used interchangeably. But maybe they shouldn't be, you know? People always say that, like, oh, fetish is something that, like, you can't get off without. And a kink is just something that you like. But it doesn't help that kink is kind of a stupid word. So, you know. Who said that? I don't know, the internet. That's what I always heard. Isn't fetish like a voodoo thing? I mean, I think that might be where it comes from, but I'm no etymology. You'll have to talk to like the etymology guy that keeps showing up on my YouTube shorts. Go message him about that shit. I don't know crap. Fetish always felt more like something not possible IRL, while a kink is possible. Nah, see, I don't think that's the dividing line. Because there are definitely kinks that you could accomplish in real life. Or, I'm sorry, there are definitely fetishes that you can accomplish in real life. I said it backwards. Like, I don't know. Armpits. Everybody's got 2 of them. Well, not everybody. Most people have 2 of them. I'd say the average number of armpits per person is probably like 1.9999. If I had to estimate it. Fetishes are about objects or body parts, and kinks are more abstract things. Yeah, I could say that. I don't know. That sounds right to me. There's a guy in the village I grew up in called One-Armed Wayne who got his arm grinded by farm machines. Damn. Well, that's sorry to hear that, I guess. Or maybe he liked it. I don't know. Does the F in F-list stand for fetish or stand for furry? Or stand for fun? Or stand for fuck? Could be any. We just don't know. Stands for Frank. Stands for fun. Stands for funny. Stands for Facebook. No, I don't think it stands for Facebook. Funny list. I do think it'd be great if there was a website called Funny List where people could hook up and tell each other jokes. And you have like a list of the genre of jokes that you like. Like, oh yeah, my fave, knock knock jokes. No dead baby jokes, okay? I'm tired of people coming up to me and trying to tell me dead baby jokes. Read my profile. It's in the no column, okay? So just fucking read before you private message me. And no puns either, all right? All right. Let's do this. I got to get my dailies done with. I got to go eat lunch and go to the gym. I've already wasted an hour. This will be an expedited dailies. All right. 2008, 338 million and a par 1. 2008, par 1, huh? Could be anything. Oh, I definitely know this. Is it just sexy back? No, it doesn't sound... It's like the same tempo as sexy back. Because it's the one where it goes, dirty babe, you see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave. It does sound like that tempo. How about, let's just throw it in there. What did I just say it was? Sexy back. It's not a Timberlake. It's got the 4 chords. This is disgustingly familiar. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is Lady Gaga, right? This is Baba paparazzi. Paparazzi. Yes, man. The Lady Gaga. Yeah. This kind of got like a Commodore 64 vibe. I like it. It's like a little video gamey. All right, what do we got today? For the connections. Let's shuffle it up. Rim. A lute. Okay, Knicks. Nets. Giants. No, wait. Knicks. Giants. The Nets are a... Isn't that a basketball team, right? But the Knicks and the Giants are baseball. Or wait, maybe... I mean, I know there's the Mets, but I swear that there's a basketball team called the Nets. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I made that up. Titanic. Titanic, great, giant, and mammoth. These are just big. Synonyms for big. Rabe. Rabe? I'm not familiar with what this is. Split, jet, bounce, and dip. This is leave. Synonyms for leave. Leave quickly, yes, okay. Backboard, rim, net, and pole? Is this just parts of a basketball hoop? Is it that easy? I don't know what Nick Steele... Oh my gosh. Nick Steele. This must be pronounced rob and loot. These are homonyms for theft. Homonyms for theft. Or homophones, rather. That homonym means the same meaning. And then this is just parts of a basketball hoop, right? Yep. Well, that was a pretty easy one today, to be honest. But still satisfying to get the purple. Yeah, homonym, same spelling. Homophone, same sounding. That's why it's phone, because you listen to the phone with your ears. That's why it's called that. I was saying, am I gonna get in trouble from Twitch if I say this? Whatever. I was talking to Trevor the other day, and I said I wish that they would bring back homo as a slur, because it was just kind of funny. It's like one of those slurs that's just so antiquated that I think if somebody called me a homo, I would just laugh. Like, if somebody calls me the F slur, I might be upset if the context was, like, meant to make me upset. But if somebody calls me a homo, I'd just be like, fuck yeah, bro. I sure am. Like, that's just funny. Speaking of homos, I don't have a good game to pick for that. I don't know. How about let's pick Star Fox 64. Actually, you know what? That's so real. You're so real for that. Oh wow. Good guess too. Shooter, action, sci-fi. Later than 1997, not on a older Nintendo console. A action sci-fi shooter. Well, that could be just about anything. It's not first and third person, so I can't just put Halo here. And it's also not single multi split. Oh, maybe that means it has co-op though. I might just put Halo 4 just to get a year down. Newer than 2012. Okay, newer than 2012. It's not Nintendo. It's not Microsoft. It is not single multi co-op split screen. So maybe this is a single player game on the PC. A single player action sci-fi shooter. How about BioShock Infinite? No, that's too old. BioShock Infinite is definitely too old. What is like a recent one? A recent sci-fi action shooter? I would put like Destiny. And also well, maybe, I don't know if it's first or third person yet either. I need something that's just first person or just third person to throw in here. How about... I'm trying to think of... How about like a Deus Ex? Newer than 2016. It is not a single player game. Okay. This is a multiplayer only game. Okay, that does narrow it down. That does narrow it down. A sci-fi shooter that is multiplayer. I need to think modern. This is probably like a live service game, right? I don't know. This is kind of tough. I still haven't locked down first or third. I feel like Marvel Rivals. It's okay. It's this year. It's this year. It's a first-person game that came out this year. Okay. A sci-fi action shooter that came out this year. That is first person, probably only first person? Could be Splitgate. Could be Splitgate 2. That'd be kind of funny. Yes, dude. Oh my gosh, I've been loving following the saga of this game. It's so funny. It's like somebody took a Game Clam plotline and made it real life. Them putting out a statement that's like, we are unreleasing Splitgate 2 is so fucking funny. It's like a Mr. White move. It's a Game Clam plotline. This guy makes a sequel to a game, makes this game worse, makes a fucking fool of himself on a live stage in front of a bunch of people, then goes like, yeah, I don't know, wasn't really trying to make a statement, I just thought it would get people's attention, and then everybody's like, this game fucking sucks, and then they're like, okay, well, what if we unrelease the game? Oh, man. Was it worse than the first? I heard it was worse than the first. I never played it, I'll be honest. I played the first Splitgate. I honestly really liked the first Splitgate. I have like a good, I don't know, how many hours do I have in Splitgate 1? Let's check my Steam real quick. Splitgate. Yeah, I played Splitgate for 45 hours, and it was actually a lot of fun. I really liked the first Splitgate. It was good. Then this one came out and like they like invested a bunch of money into making a shitty battle royale mode nobody liked, and they just like leaned way hard into it being an esport, even though nobody gives a fuck about it. It's a very funny... The Splitgate 2, the ongoing saga of Splitgate 2 is extremely funny to watch. It's very funny. Oh yeah, the other thing... Yeah, they said they had... It's like... Oh yeah, we are unreleasing Splitgate 2, and in order to save money, we have to shut down the servers for Splitgate 1, which I'm not going to pretend to know what their backend stack looks like for Splitgate, but if your server costs on a game that probably have less than 3,000 people playing it cost more than the salary of one competitively paid Unreal Engine developer, there is something fucked up in your game. Like, that's like them saying like, yeah, we have to shut down the Splitgate 1 servers to conserve on cost so we don't have to fire more people. I'm like, there's no fucking way the Splitgate 1 servers cost more than a single developer. Like, what the fuck? Also, your dad owns TurboTax. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Come on. That's such a funny situation. Oh, this looks like Hyperlight Drifter. Yup. Yup. Oh yeah, you guys didn't know? Yeah, one of the guys that founded the Splitgate company, their dad is like the CEO of TurboTax. So, just, you know. What could this be? Neropa? Milagro? What is this? I have no idea what this is. Some kind of mech game? Metal mashing combots take battle to entirely new something. Combots? It's not the name. Is it just like what's it? Is it like a mech warrior? No. These don't look like screenshot. These look like renders. Like, this isn't what the game is, right? This looks like Reboot. I don't know what this game is. This is not helpful. What does that say? Rimtech? Rimtech. I got some Rimtech for you. Okay, these are actual screenshots, and I have no clue what this could possibly be. I've got nothing. Is there any hints here? It's like a top-down. It's not like StarCraft, is it? No. Metal Fatigue. Okay, well, it's Metal Fatigue. I guess I'll just take that one right there. They say the name on the back of the box. What's this game? This is from 2000. The fucking GOG trailer doesn't even show what the game is, so fuck it. Do you know how hard it is to be into guys in 2025, but not like the concept of eating ass? It's fucking rough out there for us. So just think about that the next time you want to draw a picture, all right? That's all I'm saying. Well, this is a foot. Some kind of dinosaur? A muscular dinosaur? Or a demon? Maybe an imp? Maybe a devil? Devil. It's probably not white devil. Demon. It could be spider demon. Nope. Smooth like a Ken doll. It would be really funny if they had a game to guess the character where just like on the third one, it just like the character's penis is just out. Well, it is a monster demon. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what game this is. Is this like something from Dragon Quest? No, is this something from... Oh, I mean, it looks like an older character. I have no idea who this is. Legitimately, I know nothing. I have no idea. Which video game does this character belong to? I don't know. I don't know. Red Aremmer from Ghosts and Goblins. Okay. I've never played Ghosts and Goblins. Red Aremmer. Aremmer? Red Aremmer, maybe? Aremmer? I don't know. That's a new one for me. Gold Humor, Swamp, and Brush. Yo, Rayman 2 music? Classic. Gold Humor and Swamp. Shrek 2. Nope. Island Pirate Puzzle Voodoo. Puzzle Pirates? They don't have Puzzle Pirates. Pirate Puzzle Voodoo. This must be like a Monkey Island, right? Is this perhaps Escape from Monkey Island? Is this perhaps Monkey Island 2? Is this Monkey Island Return to Monkey Island? Oh my god. Is it Monkey Island? Is it The Secret of Monkey Island? Okay, there we go. We're in it. We're in there. I've not played the Monkey Island games. I've been getting recommended a lot of videos about point-and-click adventures because I watched a video about, like, the speedrunning history of King's Quest III, which it was a good video, but now YouTube thinks I'm really into point-and-clicks, you know? You watch one 90-minute video about something and suddenly YouTube is like, you're their biggest fan. Which I don't dislike them, but it's just kind of funny. Alright. Let's do Guess the Game. This is Pixels. This is Pixels, but it almost looks like too varied a color palette to have been like SNES. This must be like a modern Pixels. Right? Well, maybe not. This does look older. Maybe this is like a PC game or something? 82%. Okay, well that is definitely an RPG. PS1. Ah, that would make sense. I was about to say that there's way too many colors for this to be the SNES, but the PS1 makes sense. Okay, is this Chrono Trigger? Wait, that was the SNES. What's the other one? Chrono Cross? Wait, that one was 3D, wasn't it? What am I thinking of? How about Final Fantasy VI? Nope. Damn it. Where's Log? He would know. Resident RPG expert, Logmore. Is this Breath of Fire? I know Log played the first one, and that one was on, like, the Game Boy. Breath of Fire 3. 1998. Is this... I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's a Konami joint. Nope. I don't know. RPGs are not my specialty. Suikoden 2. Yep, wouldn't have gotten that one. What's this song, though? I don't know. Is this a Beyonce? Beyonce? Halo. Nope. I think it would tell me if it was Beyonce, so I think it means it's not Beyonce. But it sounds like Beyonce. Am I crazy? Pop. I'm just gonna guess Beyonce songs until I'm out of guesses. Listen. No, okay, never mind. Wait, no, wait. Isn't this Sasha Fierce? That is Beyonce, right? There isn't, yeah, because there's not like, that was like, they just made an album called that, right? I don't know. Maybe it's not Beyonce. It's Beyonce. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't listen to Beyonce. This is not my type of music. It's just not. I have no idea. I already guessed Halo. It's not Crazy in Love. I know that one. How about Video Phone? Did I actually fucking guess it? Holy shit, that's crazy, bro. She has like 10 million songs. How did I get that? I'm so fucking lucky, dude. This is a movie. I don't know. This is a man swallowing a pill. I guess I don't know it's a man. This is a person swallowing a pill. Limitless. There's a pill in... I just thought, like, what is a movie with a pill in it? And I remembered Limitless. I was like, well, it might be Limitless. Dude, I'm on fire today. Let's go. Let's fucking go. The Limitless pill. Yes. I'll take it. Wow. What the fuck? Where is this? This is in Iowa? What the fuck? It's just Sonic? Sonic's house? Sonic's mansion? Sonic's McMansion in Iowa? On like the fucking very corner of Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin? What the hell? Well, this is like some shitty McMansion, right? Is this like gonna be like $1.2 million? Okay, significantly less than 1.2 million, apparently. I don't know, but what a bizarre house from the outside. There's like, I guess Iowa is probably pretty cheap, right? The blue-ass house? This place is supposed to not have an HOA. I wish I could paint my house this color of blue. That would be fucking awesome. It's got like a disconnected garage? What the fuck is it? What's going on in Iowa, man? And then the inside is like a blueprints room? What is going on? This house is all... I'm moving to Iowa. What is this, like 500,000? It's less than 500,000? Bro, I'm moving to Iowa. Let's lock in. I want to live here. I want to live blueprints for real. 400,000. Holy shit. Less than $400,000 for a 6-bed, 7-bath? What? Hello? This view? Less than $400,000? What is... Something is fucked up in Iowa. Okay, what's the catch here? Because I'll move here tomorrow. There has to be something so fucked up with this house or this area. Why is this so nice looking? genuinely might just be that it's blue, I would pay extra for a blue house. I'll pay a premium for the blue house. Next to meat processing plant. Dude, you're the fucking king of the neighborhood. You've got a fucking balcony that just overlooks your kingdom. I mean, yeah, it's a little old, but you get to live in blueprints? That's crazy. This is cheaper than my house. And my house is like 1/10 as cool as this house is. Damn, I feel like I missed out. This is the coolest. I can't get over. I want to just keep looking at it. Hold on. See this listing. Hold up. What is going on here? I gotta know. I gotta know more. What is up with this house, man? What the fuck? It's even weirder looking from this angle. What's happening? Dude, it's literally blueprints. You're living blueprints. Oh my god. I would, no joke, I love this house. I'm not, without a shred of sarcasm, this is my favorite house I've seen on Guess the House, and it's not even close. This is crazy. It's got 2 fireplaces. This fucking house has 2 fireplaces. Holy shit. That's crazy, man. Oh my god, it literally is blueprints. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to keep repeating myself, but it is straight up. This is blueprints. Oh my god, it's got like a stained glass window. Oh my gosh. Wait, is this a 3rd fireplace? That's a different room. How does this house have 3 fireplaces? What the fuck? This is beautiful. It's got 4 fireplaces. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. I'm actually, even though there is no chance on earth that I would have ever been able to just move to this house, I am a little mad that it's already sold. It's like I'm irrationally angry that this house got sold. I would probably Is this a second kitchen? Huh? Wait. That's a second kitchen, right? That's not this kitchen. It's got 2 kitchens? It's a literal mansion, bro. This is like an upstairs kitchen. It's got like a second living area upstairs. Dude, upkeep on this house would be so fucking annoying. This would be the most annoying house to keep clean. But wow, it's fucking awesome. And it's so blue. It's so blue, dude. Look at all these windows. They just didn't give a fuck back in 1906. They didn't give a shit. They were doing whatever they wanted. I miss it, man. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this house. Look at this view. My god, it's like right there in the city. The garage is freaking me out. That is a crazy garage. My god. My god. This house sold for less than I bought my house for. That is fucking crazy. Okay, now somebody look up like why I would never want to move to Iowa. Does Iowa suck, like, badly? Is it, like, bottom 10 state? I don't know anything about Iowa. Yup. They recently repealed rights for trans people. There's always a fucking catch. There's always a fucking catch. Is it worse than Texas? I don't know. It might be worse than Texas. I don't know anything about Iowa. God damn it. There's always a fucking catch. Can somebody just, like, build this house somewhere better? Like, Washington or something? It's right on the border. Texas is pretty terrible. I would like to leave it. It would cost 10 times as much elsewhere? Yeah. Yeah. How sad. How sad that Iowa sucks badly. Oh well. What a crazy house. That was a journey. I felt like I went through a spiritual journey. This is 258. Dude, I'm fucking unstoppable today. I cannot lose. I simply cannot lose. I need to humble myself. Let's do Scrandle. Let's get humbled. Right, I'm gonna start doing the dailies pretty quick because I gotta get off of here in like 20 minutes. We still got a good number of dailies left. Steak pie, Zero's Kenya. I think people, now I've said this before, I would totally eat a Zero's Kenya. I think it's probably good, but I think most people see just like bread with onions and they're like, nah. See? So predictable. Meatza pizza fries or the pork gyro. Oh, it's gotta be the gyro. Easily. Easily. Chicken curry and chips or cholo dog. That one's kind of tough. This could go either way. This one's cheaper, but less, like, visually appealing. This one's more expensive. Doesn't look bad, but it is just a hot dog. I think I'm gonna go with the one that's just, like, has a slightly better picture taken of it. Oh, wow. But it was only 0.5 off. That was a coin flipper. Okay. Well, it's not the cheeseburger. It's certainly not. not the cheeseburger. Chorpan brisket mac and cheese. Well, this is ridiculously overpriced for brisket mac and cheese. But this is just meat with some shit on it in a bun. This is tough. This probably tastes good, but it's just overpriced. You know what? I'm gonna lean towards the sensibilities of, even though this is overpriced, it does look very good. So I think I'm gonna go with the brisket. All right. Smart play. Pequeño. Kielbasa, Zibulka I Agorkim Konsowarum. Sausage with a roll and pickled cucumber. We've seen this a lot. Does anybody know what this is? Does this have something in it? Like, is this filled with like a meat, or is this just bread? Because I'm not familiar with this food. I'm not sure what to pick here. This could be good. This is sort of like the mystery box. This could have anything in it. But I think maybe not knowing what if I don't know what this is, I'm going to say that the general Scrandle voting audience also doesn't know what it is. So I'm going to pick the sausage. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Okay, we've seen both of these before. I feel like I remember kiwi and sausage pizza being around a 30%er. I don't remember what this one is. This is a terrible picture of what is probably a fine food. But it's just a really bad picture. I think... I don't know. I think it's the pudding pie here. Yeah. I remembered this one being around 30. Spring rolls of bean sprouts or pizza bread. The pizza bread, not the best color grading. This guy probably just needs, like, to clean his lens. On his phone. I think there's nothing wrong with some spring rolls, right? Cool, only 1% different. Bacon double cheese, kebab roll, and Romanian sausage. Ooh. My American side is telling me to pick the double bacon cheeseburger. But that kebab roll looks really good. All right, you know what? I'll let the American side win out here. Damn. Darn. Shouldn't have done it. Buffalo chicken tenders and fries. Sausage chips and curry sauce and a cob. Probably a toss-up. This one looks a little gross, even though I think it tastes probably fine. This one is, like, aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. All right, 7 out of 10. It's an okay. It's an okay score. It's just okay. Let's do... You know, I realized I forgot to do Pokidoku the last time I streamed. Pokidoku. Alola, no Evo, can learn Psychic, Dual, can learn Flamethrower, Monotype. So I need a Psychic Fire. A Monotype set. Okay, you know what? Let's go Kadabra. And let's go for Dual can learn Psychic. How about Gardevoir? Now, Psychic Fire, I'm not too sure about. No Evo Flamethrower. How about Heatran? This guy can probably learn. Is this an evolution? No, this is a legendary, right? So this guy probably doesn't have a pre-Evo, right? Yep. Mono, no Evo. Gotta go with my boy Cast Form. And Dual, no Evo. Rotom Frost. How about that? Alola Dual. Alola Flamethrower. Alola Monotype. Alola is Hawaii. Is Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon had the Ultra Beasts. So I'm going to go with Pheromosa. And for Flamethrower Alola, a fire type from Alola. Was this one Incineroar? Incineroar? Yep. Alola Monotype. It was Incineroar. Boy, I can never remember the starters for Alola, can I? Mono Alola. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just putting Litten in here. And now, Psychic Flamethrower. This is the tough one. A psychic type that can learn... okay, not necessarily a psychic type. Is there any chance that maybe Chandelier could learn both those? I mean, I know it's ghost and not psychic, but sometimes they just give ghost type psychic moves, even though they aren't. Pokemon that use moves which copy will not count. What about just like Mewtwo? You think Mewtwo can learn Flamethrower? I'm not sure. Fire Psychic. Fire Psychic. Fire Psychic. Who is a Fire Psychic type? Why can't I remember? I keep thinking of Salazzle, but I think they're like Poison Fire or something. Or Poison Dark or Dark Fire. It's probably not Salazzle. I think I'm just gonna go Mewtwo. How about Mewtwo Mega Y? I really like Mewtwo Mega Y's design. They have a handle on their head for no reason. All right. Hey, that's a win. I'll take a win. Pretty good answers outside of Incineroar and Litten, but let's see what we had here. Oh, there's a lot of these. Salazzle, Blacephalon, Silvally, Drampaw, Guzzlord, and some Alolan types. Jangmo-O. Oh, Lycanroc is from Alola. I didn't remember that that Lycanroc was from Sun Moon. I feel like this is kind of a forgettable generation, all things considered. Rockruff. Comfey. Gumshoes. Alright. I'll take it. Poipole. Poipole is my favorite color. That's not true. I think pink is my favorite color. Let's do Lynxicon. Let's not go to LinkedIn this time. All right. Prosecutor to Reach. Prosecutor to Reach. Wow, it's kind of tough. Okay, is it weird that the first thing I thought of was like, prosecutor is part of like a courtroom, and the courtroom has the long arm of the law? Or like maybe overreach, like judicial overreach? I think there's something to do here. How about let's go judge? How about overreach? Really, you're telling me reach and overreach aren't connected? How about reach? Search? Really? Okay, reach. Grab. Have? Nope. Grab, own. Purchase. Come on. Grab. Possess. Come on. Grab. What is connected to grab? Grabbing is I grabbed it. I reached for it. I got. How about just got? Nope. Fuck. Grab. How about steal? Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay, steal to criminal to prosecutor. Wow. All right. Hey. Well, I got some extras in there, but 5 is not bad. Dude, my dailies are going great today. Maybe I should complain for an hour at the top more often. Because the dailies are going excellently. What haven't I done? I'm forgetting them. You know, let's do Bracket City. Run on sentences. Running mate. Pro is not amateur. Quid pro quo. Look alike. Lane you might walk down. Memory lane. Short-term memory. Squid ink. Field that protects you. A field that protects you. Defensive field? Force field. An unforced error. Foolproof. Hijinks. Chicken, that's a pollo. Interrogate or cook burgers. Grill. Small blank, you say every time you see someone else. Small world. Splash zone. Apollo 11 splashes down after moon landing. That's a perfect score. But it was also a kind of an easy one. All right, you know what? Rattle has been on probation. Let's see if we've given it a couple days. Let's go back to Rattle. Let's see if they're still doing fucking anagrams for every clue. I see some anagrams in here, but all right, we'll try. Waffle Party. The sequel to Lemon Party. Popular device at the Hampton Inn. That's going to be a waffle iron. What some people used to roll an iron fist. Modern day greeting, fist bump. Bump. And then I bumped again. Then I bumped again. They famously sang about bump. Dance that might feature a bump. Or change one letter in bump to get a particular slip of paper. This is... I don't think I know this one. It's 4 letters. Can I work backwards? I'm not seeing anything on this side either. On a ballot, the party info is in a parentheses. Change one letter in... Okay, so this is impossible because I have to change one letter in ballot to be something else. ballot. What is a word that I can make out of ballot? I'm not sure. Common subject of tabloid gossip. Blank oh, baby bump. Baby bump. And then... something not found on a baby unicorn. That would be a horn. They famously sang about horn. Horn of blank. A hotbed of piracy. I don't know. This is tough. Ballot. Palette. I don't know. Might be stuck here. It's not the change one letter, so it's either they famously sang about horn, horn of blank, or dance that might feature a horn. It must be this horn of blank. But I don't know what that means. Horn of blank? I'm not sure. I might need to take a clue on this one. I'm kind of stuck on both ends here. Horn of something. A hotbed of piracy. Piracy. I'm not sure if this is a real thing, if this is a turn of phrase, or if this is something from a piece of fiction. Change one letter in blank. Change one letter. Balsit. It's not a word. This has to be a real word. Callet. None of these are real words, man. Ballot. Palette. Ballot. It's not a rhyming word. Nothing rhymes with ballot, except for palette, which isn't spelt like that. So it must be... Bassett. That's changing too many letters. It's only changing one letter. Billet. Ballet. Ballat. Balut. Ballet. 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 The T is silent. I was never going to get that without brute forcing it. I'd not even think about the fact that the T is silent. However, now... Dance that might feature a blank. What is about a spin? 4 letters. Is it? Okay, my crossword knowledge is telling me that tete something? No, what am I thinking of? I swear I've seen this in a fucking crossword before. What is it? A tutu. That's what it is. A tutu. And then this must be change each vow to get a famous... yeah, because it was like Desmond Tutu? That's probably not his name. I can't remember the guy's first name. Well, what the fuck other... Okay, well, let's just go through the vows. Tata. Tete. Toto. Toto. What? They famously sang about Africa. It's the Horn of Africa. Ooh, that was a tough one. I kind of had to brute force it in a couple places, but we got there. All right, let's wrap it up with clues by Sam, my favorite. The only innocent between Erwin and Zach is Hal's neighbor. So it means... Well, Nicole is already Hal's neighbor. So Terry and Isaac are both criminals. We got 8 criminals on the edge. Olivia and Ruth have 3 innocent neighbors in common. So, Olivia and Ruth are here. Joyce, Karen, Wally, and Vicky have 3 innocents and 1 criminal. Where do I take it from here? Olivia and Ruth have 3 innocent neighbors in common. Oh, Zia is one of the 8 criminals on the edge. I just forgot to click on that one. That's going to probably help. Megan is one of Ruth's 4 innocent neighbors. Megan is an innocent, and Ruth has 4 innocent neighbors. And we know that 3 of them are Joyce, Karen, Vicky, and Wally, so that means that Susan must be a criminal. The only criminal in row 3 is Floyd's neighbor. So Vicky and Wally are innocent. Wally is one of Olivia's 4 innocent neighbors. We have 1, 2. These are a pair. Ruth must be innocent. There's an equal number of criminals in row 3 and row 5. And we know that there's 1 criminal in row 5 or row 3. So Zach must be innocent. All criminals above Vicky are connected. All criminals above Vicky are connected. We know that Ruth has 4 innocent neighbors. And we have 3, and we know that these are a pair, so Olivia must be a criminal, which means Joyce must be a criminal. Karen must be innocent. Exactly 1 innocent in row 1 is neighboring Floyd. So Adam and Cheryl are a pair. Ruth and Cheryl have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Ruth has 4. Cheryl, we know... What do we know? We know that Adam and Cheryl are a pair, but that doesn't really help us. Let's... 8 criminals on the edge. We have 5. So there's 3 more here. We know that the only criminal is Floyd's neighbor. That's done. The only innocent between Erwin and Zach is Hal's neighbor, that's done. Olivia and Ruth have 3 innocent neighbors in common. That's done. All criminals above Vicky are connected. That could still be relevant. Megan is one of Ruth's 4 innocent neighbors. That's done. And Wally is one of Ruth's, or Olivia's. Okay, that's also done. And then 3 and 5 are done. Okay, so we actually only have these. This is tricky. Ruth and Cheryl have the same number of criminals. We know that Cheryl has 4 criminal neighbors. But we know that they cannot... If Adam is a criminal, then Floyd must be a criminal. Does that change anything? So, okay. So Adam and Cheryl are a pair. If Adam is a criminal, Floyd is a criminal, Cheryl is innocent. And we also know that Cheryl has to have 4 criminal neighbors, so that's okay. If Adam's... I think this is it. If Adam is innocent, Cheryl needs 4 criminal neighbors, which is the only ones left. So whether or not Adam is criminal or innocent, Floyd is always a criminal. There we go. Cheryl and Gary have only 1 innocent neighbor in common. So there's 1 innocent between Adam, David, and Hal. And we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 criminals on the edges. So... So Cheryl still needs 3. But Cheryl and Gary only have 1 innocent neighbor in common. So Adam, David, and Hal, there must be an innocent here. And we know that Cheryl still needs 3. So I think that means Gary always has to be a criminal? If Gary was innocent, then Adam, David, and Hal would all have to be criminals, and then Gary and Cheryl would have no innocent neighbors in common. So Gary has to be a criminal. There's only 1 innocent to the left of Irwin. So we know David is a criminal. Floyd and Irwin have 2 innocent neighbors in total. So Hal is innocent. Wait, am I stupid? Apparently I messed something up here. Cheryl and Gary have 1 innocent neighbor in common. So there's 1 innocent here. Wait, am I stupid? Doesn't this work? What am I missing? Cheryl and Gary. Cheryl and Gary. 1 innocent neighbor in common. So Hal or Adam is innocent. And Adam or Cheryl is innocent. Floyd and Irwin have 2 innocent neighbors in total. Floyd has 1. Ah, okay. Hal has to be a criminal. I don't know how I got that mixed up. I think I was leaving Karen out. So that simply means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. There's only 1 innocent to the left of Irwin, but we need 2 innocents here, so Irwin must be an innocent. And now, finally, how do I detangle this? Am I dumb? That's not relevant. We already know that. Ruth and Cheryl. Ah, right, because Cheryl needs 4, and she has 4 now, so Adam must be innocent, and Cheryl's a criminal. There we go. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Actually, that was going to be the last one, but I just remembered there's actually a new word-based one that I saw Northern Lion playing that I've been playing the last couple days. It's called Betweenal, which is kind of fun. This one's a little confusing, but basically I am trying to guess a 5-letter word, and it's going to tell me what part of the alphabet I need to look at. No crossword? Nah, I yapped for too long today. I gotta go eat and go to the gym. So for instance, a good place to start is in the middle. So let's go with meter. Okay, so we know now that the word alphabetically comes after meter. And the way that the numbers work is basically it's closer to meter than it is to ZZZZZZ. But we want to find like a upper bound, right? So let's put trout in here. So now we know it's between meter and trout, and it's slightly closer to meter than it is to trout. Let's try opera. Okay, so it's closer to opera than trout. How about quest? Okay, it's way closer to quest than it is to opera, though. It could be queen. Nope. But that's closer. Could be quail? Or maybe I should... I don't really know what the strategy for this one is, for this game is quite yet. Like, maybe I should pick a P word. Like, should I pick, like... pulse? So it's closer to pulse than to queen. Well, I can think of one word. It's probably not gonna be that, though. Could be puppy? How about... it's closer to pulse. How about puppy? No, but it's very... I'm... okay, how about purse? Yay, there we go, it's purse. So that's the game. It's pretty fun, I like this one. It's a pretty fun one. I almost forgot to do it. It was not pussy. Pretty soon you won't be able to put the word pussy in any game duels anymore. It's gonna get outlawed. The purity cops are gonna come busting down my door. well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry I complained for an hour straight at the top, but I just had to get that out of my system. How? Let's see. Anybody to raid today? It's been a while since I've done a raid. There's always shrimps. But it doesn't look like any of my friends are streaming. Alright, yeah. Let's go shrimps. We're gonna go to shrimps. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it as always. I'll be back tomorrow for more stuff. Eventually, I'll find the time to fit in some Metroid Prime. I do want to play some Metroid Prime. Maybe I'll play that tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. It is Friday. Maybe a little Friday gaming. A little Friday vid games for you. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. And have a good day.